Hey guys, welcome to a very special episode 10 of Sid and Lola podcast. So we went to the Natural Dog Expo, which was absolutely amazing. There was so many passionate people in there and so much knowledge in one room. We started quite early, we got our schedule, got a really lovely goodie bag filled with treats, bone broth, books. But yeah, what's rolling up on the screen at the moment is all the speakers that were there on the day. And, you know, each one had their own little segment. They had their own, slot to tell you everything they know. And I think there was Dr. Connor Brady. He was brilliant. It was so eye-opening, the stuff that he was talking about. And, obviously me being a beginner, I sort of kept looking over at Jess, and Jess was like completely in it. And I was just sort of, learning as the day was going on. But he was so fascinating. Another speaker that came on, she was literally the highlight of the whole day for me. Her wit and her knowledge, and she just got us all laughing and learning at the same time. But she told us a really funny story. She went into a vet area where they had this tiger. We had the tiger sedated and they had removed a tooth. And they asked her if she could come in just to clean out the socket. And she said, yeah, fine, no problem. So she went in there to start cleaning this socket of the tiger. And it started waking up. So she was like, what's happening? And so obviously after that, I think she just hightailed it out of there, which I don't blame her. This is the schedule that we got given when we first entered. So it sort of helped you map the day out a bit easier. This bit was so fascinating when it came up as well. We've actually done an episode about this, episode 7, if you want to go back and take a listen. But it was all about like the flea and tick treatment where, you don't have to keep unnecessarily treating your dog for something they may not have. So I think they were there as well, the Feed Club, where they promote, testing your dog for worms rather than just completely obliterating their gut health with all these unnatural chemicals. As me and Jess would say, gut health, gut health, gut health. But that was really fascinating. They had that there that day as well. I thought, oh, something I know about.
Yes, of course. So tell us, how did this event come about? When did you start? When was the decision made? I'm just going to do my own thing. I'm going to set an event up and all the raw feeding fanatics. I'm going to put it on place and we're just going to chat about raw food all day.
Colon, and then it helps things move along. Okay, got that husk off some seed. And we know it does the same thing in dogs. So we know soluble plant fibre slows things through the dog. We know it does that. But who says that's actually good for the dog? Has anyone measured the fact that slowing the dog's digestion down is a good idea? You need to measure those things before you can say that. And when they measure it, this is 30 grams of cellulose, which is about as much cellulose that's in the low-fat diet dry food, by the way, slows down transfer time about 900% and increases the amount of contractions it takes to move the crap through the gut. But loads of studies show that that's not necessarily a good thing. Raw-fed dogs, who don't get a whole lot of plant fibre, enjoy greater digestibility, improved nutrient absorption, less fecal mass, despite faster gastric emptying and throughput than kibble. So even though the raw-fed dogs, it goes through the dog much quicker, on every measure of kind of how much nutrients the dog gets from his food, it's a bloody good thing that he has a fast digestive system. That's what dogs have.
Hi guys, Jess here from Sid and Lola Natural Pet Shop. You have just listened to Chloe talking about our great day at the Natural Dog Expo, so I just thought I'd jump on and give you a little snippet of my day. Really enjoyed it. I opened this shop about 3.5-4 years ago now. I've been studying canine nutrition for about 6-7 years maybe. And so a lot of the speakers that were at the expo, I have been listening to and following for a long time now. So to see them in person was just great. One of them that really stood out to me, Carol Hughes, which she was our first speaker, and she talked about the latest microbiome research, which I found absolutely fascinating. She was talking about how since lockdown the microbiome in our domestic dog's gut has changed, how they're losing all the good bacteria in their gut. She talked about comparisons they've done from wild wolves to wolves in captivity to then our domestic dogs, and the differences in their microbiome found in their stool samples. So it was just brilliant. That really stood out to me, and I'm on a bit of a journey at the moment. I've ordered a microbiome test kit to test my dog's microbiome. I'm going to send off a fecal sample, and then I'm going to do some few bits, going to add in some bits and see if I can change his microbiome if needs be, and change the bacteria in his gut, and then retest. So yeah, really good fun. Great day. Awesome to have Chloe there with me, who's been here working with me since October, and it's really lovely to watch her learn and see how passionate about all of this I am as well. So yeah, really great day, really enjoyed it. Recommend it to anybody that's interested in a natural approach for our dogs, the environment that we keep them in, what we feed them, drugs we give them. Just fascinating. So thank you very much.
Thanks, guys. Bye.